Yes, I am talking about the Chicago Bears backup quarterback situation. PJ Walker, Nathan Peterman, and Tyson Bagent are three guys behind Justin Fields that are all fighting to be on this roster. But man, there is fever behind one guy, and I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about. Thanks to the NFL's new rule of having three quarterbacks on the roster, thanks to what happened in the NFC Championship last game with the San Francisco 49ers, it's something that the Bears are in a good position because they have a backup quarterback competition problem, something that usually is our starting problem. But I really think Tyson Bagent is going to make this roster. And I want to put it out there real quick. Everyone that's saying Bagent should be the starting quarterback of the Chicago Bears should be pumping the brakes, pulling the e-brake, pulling your transmission into park, and absolutely making sure your car stops on a dime, because that is not happening. I also am going to talk about what this all means for PJ Walker, who's the most expensive backup out of the three. But Tyson Bagent, 6'3", 213-pound quarterback from Shepherd University, impresses in his two first NFL experiences against the Colts and the Titans, but also this entire offseason as a whole. Okay, I hope you guys have now officially stopped your hype about Tyson Bagent because he's gone against the 2s and 3s. I would love to see him against the 1s. He is a fantastic quarterback, but he is not going to start over Justin Fields. I hope you guys are now at a halt because I told you to do all that stuff. So I'm going to go through all three, and I'm going to hit on Tyson Bagent, and we're going to go through everything and how impactful this guy is on why he should be quarterback 2. Hello, everyone. Back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Brody. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Bears suffered their first preseason loss under Matt Eberflus in the last 2 seasons, but it was a big positive in the right direction for, yes, Rashawn Johnson, yes, a few other young guys, but Tyson Bagent, and also the future of the Chicago Bears backup quarterback. So let's get into Bagent and what it means for the rest of the quarterbacks and why I want him to be QB2. The 6'3", 213-pound quarterback is a tall quarterback who can see over his offensive line, something that a lot of other quarterbacks that, the Bears traded the number 1 pick for are having problems with right now. But he has really good vision downfield because of that, and a ton of arm length and power. Speaking of arm length, his arms are 30 1/8 inches, giving him a very good chance of throwing the football nice and long over defensive players if they're pressing in on him, and also making him an absolute gunslinger. 9.5-inch hands in diameter, making him have a very good strong grip on the ball as well. A 4.79 40 time. Not bad considering Justin Fields at a 4.44. He can move, and that's why he had a rushing touchdown against the Colts. A 1.58 10-yard sprint and a 36-inch vertical. This guy is a pretty athletic quarterback, but also his smarts on the field are outstanding as well. And his stats from college absolutely speak to that. In 2022 alone at Shepherd, he played in 15 games with 572 passing attempts, completing 400 of them, having a 69.9% completion rating. Nice. 41 passing touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 4,580 passing yards, a 305-yard average per game. And also, he broke nearly every single quarterback record in his division. He owns all of Shepherd's quarterback records, and that is pretty darn impressive. And so far in the preseason in the NFL, he's doing pretty darn well as well. In 2 games, he is 13 of 15 with 1 rushing touchdown, as you can see against the game against the Colts, 113 passing yards, 7.6 yards per throw, and 98.1 QBR. He was a 4-year starter in college, showing he's a true leader, and he was controlling the offense so well against the Titans. He was able to throw the ball wherever he wanted, looked very impressive, and I really like what he was doing. Awesome footwork as well. He was able to throw on the move and also obviously get a rushing touchdown. Patient and doesn't fold under pressure. He looks for someone to be open, and he knows where his targets are. If someone is not available deep downfield, he has his emergencies that he goes to, and he did a pretty darn good job at that as well. But he is also great at deep balls, very accurate, floating them in nicely, and also his running moves help him rush. So what does this all mean? So now you know about Tyson, but what does this all mean for the quarterback room? If I am Ryan Poles, I am taking PJ Walker and I'm putting him on the practice squad, making him the most expensive practice squad player in the league. Why? Because if the Chicago Bears cut him, they owe him over $2 million this season. That's just dead cap, and we know Ryan Poles doesn't do that. If you throw Tyson on the practice squad, just putting that out there, any team can claim him. So would you rather risk putting Tyson on the practice squad and having someone claim him, which is going to happen, and keeping PJ Walker on the roster? Or you put PJ Walker on the practice squad, risk the chance of someone claiming him, having his cap taken off, so now you have more cap to sign a veteran potentially later in the year, or extending somebody. And overall, Tyson's on the roster. Also, want to give a quick shout out to Nathan Peterman. I really like what he's been doing this offseason. I know a lot of people are like, oh, he threw 5 interceptions in the first half in his first game, but who cares? He's a great backup quarterback. Let him do his thing. He's looked fantastic against both teams. I really like what the Chicago Bears have in their backup quarterback competition. But if I'm the Chicago Bears, I'm going QB2 with Tyson Bagent, QB3, Nathan Peterman, and practice squad, PJ Walker. Nothing against PJ Walker. I know he has a great connection with DJ Moore, but guess what? This is Justin Fields' team now. Put your thoughts in the comment section below about what you think about this video and what you would do with the quarterback situation. But with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, and as always, bear down.